Ever feel like you're rushing through life,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Yeah.
barely even tasting your food, let alone savoring the moment?
Mm-hmm.
I think this week's deep dive might be the perfect antidote for that.
Oh, yeah.
So you shared the Vigyan Bhairava Tantra with us,
Right.
and I have to admit, 112 meditation techniques.
Uh-huh.
That's a bit intimidating. Where do we even begin?
It's true. 1112 is a lot.
Yeah.
But that just speaks to the incredible depth and variety of approaches within this ancient text. The Vigyan Bhairava Tantra is like a conversation between the Hindu god Shiva and his consort Devi, where Shiva reveals all these different paths to achieving enlightenment.
Okay, so we're talking ancient wisdom here, passed down through generations.
Hmm.
Today we're diving into one specific technique called meditation on taste.
Okay.
It almost sounds too simple.
Yeah.
Can we really find mindfulness just by paying attention to what we eat?
Well, the Vigyan Bhairava Tantra would say yes, and it goes even deeper than just enjoying your food. It's about bringing your full awareness to the present moment, using taste as an anchor. Think about it. How often do we eat without really tasting? Lost in thoughts about work to-do lists, or scrolling through our phones.
Ugh, guilty as charged. I can't tell you how many times I've practically inhaled lunch at my desk, barely registering what I even ate.
Right.
But this meditation on taste, it's about breaking that pattern, right?
Exactly. Imagine this. You're holding a simple piece of fruit, maybe a juicy strawberry. Instead of just popping it in your mouth, you take a moment to really see its vibrant red color, feel its smooth skin, and even smell its sweet aroma.
Okay, so we're engaging all our senses, not just taste. This is already more mindful than my usual grab-and-go lunch routine. Then what?
Then you place the strawberry on your tongue, but pause before biting. You let the taste slowly unfold on your palate, noticing the subtle sweetness, the slight tartness, even the texture as it rests on your tongue.
It's about slowing down. Almost like we're deliberately creating space between the experience and our reaction to it. I can see how that could tie into the principles of mindfulness, being present, non-judgmental, and just observing.
Precisely. The Vigyan Bhairava Tantra teaches that by cultivating this kind of awareness, we can experience a deeper connection with ourselves and the world around us. It's about recognizing the divine in the mundane, the extraordinary within the ordinary. And it all starts with something as simple as the taste of a strawberry.
That's what I find so fascinating about this. It's almost like a secret doorway to mindfulness hidden in plain sight. We all eat.
Mm-hmm.
So in a way, we all have access to this practice. But how does this simple act of focusing on taste actually lead to broader mindfulness?
Well, mindfulness is about training your attention, and the meditation on taste is like a workout for that attention muscle. You're learning to be fully present with a sensory experience, and that skill can then transfer to other areas of your life. The more you practice, the more easily you can access that state of awareness, whether you're eating, listening to music, or simply walking down the street.
So it's about building a habit of awareness. But I have to be honest, I can be pretty skeptical. Part of me wonders if this is really just about enjoying food more, or is there something deeper happening here?
That's a great question, and one the Vigyan Bhairava Tantra addresses directly. The text emphasizes that while sensory pleasure is a natural part of the experience, the goal is not to get attached to it. It's about using taste as a gateway to a higher level of consciousness, a state of pure awareness where you're no longer identified with your thoughts or emotions.
Wow, okay, that's a lot to unpack.
Yeah.
We're talking about moving beyond just the physical sensation of taste and tapping into something much more profound. But is that even achievable for someone like me, someone who's, let's say, mindfulness challenged?
Absolutely. And this is where the beauty of the Vigyan Bhairava Tantra shines through. It's a text that meets you where you are offering a path for everyone, regardless of their experience or background. It's about taking those small, consistent steps, like practicing the meditation on taste and allowing the transformation to unfold naturally over time.
It's about trusting the process, even if it seems a little unconventional at first. I have to say my curiosity has definitely peaked. But I think we've barely scratched the surface here.
We've only just begun. There's so much more to explore about the meditation on taste, its benefits, and how it fits into the broader context of the Vigyan Bhairava Tantra.
You know, one thing that struck me as we were prepping for this deep dive was how approachable the Vigyan Bhairava Tantra is.
Okay.
You know, it doesn't demand you become a monk living in a cave.
Right.
It encourages integrating these practices into your daily life.
I remember reading a passage where Shiva says something like, "The divine is not found in some far-off realm. It's right here in the sensation of taste, the feeling of the wind, the sound of a bird singing." It's a powerful idea that enlightenment isn't about escaping the world, it's about experiencing it more fully.
Exactly. And the meditation on taste is a perfect example. It's not about adding another chore to your day. It's about bringing a different quality of attention to something you're already doing.
Okay, so let's say I'm sold on the idea I want to try this. Uh-huh.
But I'm sitting down to dinner with my family. Everyone's chatting. The kids are being well, kids.
Yeah.
How do I actually incorporate this practice without it feeling forced or awkward?
That's a valid concern, and it's where the flexibility of the Vigyan Bhairava Tantra comes in. You don't have to meditate on every single bite of your meal. Start small. Choose one moment, maybe the first bite of your main course, or even just a sip of water.
So even a few seconds of focused attention can make a difference.
Absolutely. The Vigyan Bhairava Tantra isn't about achieving some perfect state of mindfulness. It's about the practice itself, the continual act of bringing yourself back to the present moment. Some days you might be able to focus for longer. Other days it might just be a brief glimpse of awareness, and that's okay.
It's the journey, not the destination. I can get behind that.
Yeah.
But let's say I do try this meditation on taste, and I don't feel any different. No sudden sense of peace or enlightenment. What then?
Well, first, it's important to remember that mindfulness isn't always about having some profound, earth-shattering experience. Sometimes it's just about noticing the subtle shift in your awareness, a feeling of being more grounded, more present with your experience.
So it's about paying attention to those small, almost imperceptible changes, not expecting some dramatic shift overnight.
Exactly. The Vigyan Bhairava Tantra encourages us to be patient with ourselves, to approach this practice with a sense of curiosity and openness rather than judgment or expectation.
That makes sense. It's about letting go of the need to achieve some specific outcome and just allowing the practice to unfold organically.
And as you continue practicing, you might start to notice those ripple effects we talked about earlier. The increased awareness you cultivate through the meditation on taste can start to show up in other areas of your life. You might find yourself listening more attentively to a friend, appreciating the beauty of nature more deeply, or even just feeling less reactive in stressful situations.
It's like you're training your mind to be more present, more attuned to the richness of each moment, even beyond the act of eating.
Precisely. And the Vigyan Bhairava Tantra provides so many other techniques and practices that can help you deepen this awareness even further.
But for now, we're focusing on this one, the meditation on taste, because it's something we can all do right here, right now. It's about taking this ancient wisdom and making it relevant to our modern lives.
And remember, you don't have to be perfect. There's no right or wrong way to do this. It's about finding what works for you, experimenting, and being kind to yourself along the way.
It's about embracing the journey, even the messy, imperfect parts of it. I think that's a message we can all resonate with.
And that's the beauty of the Vigyan Bhairava Tantra. It's not a rigid set of rules, it's a guidebook for exploring the vast and often overlooked potential of our own consciousness.
So as we wrap up this part of our deep dive, I want to encourage you, our listener, to take a moment and reflect on this practice. What feels most compelling about the meditation on taste? Is there something holding you back from trying it? What would it take for you to give it a shot? You know, as we've been discussing this meditation on taste,
Right.
I've been thinking about how this idea of mindful awareness could extend beyond just eating.
Yeah.
What if we applied that same focused attention to our other senses throughout the day?
That's a brilliant insight, and you're absolutely on the right track. The Vigyan Bhairava Tantra actually emphasizes that each of our senses can be a gateway to heightened awareness. It even suggests specific techniques for using sight, sound, touch, and smell as pathways to experiencing a deeper reality.
So it's not just about the taste of a strawberry.
Right.
It's about the feeling of sunlight on your skin, the sound of wind rustling through the trees, even the scent of freshly cut grass.
Precisely. The key is to bring that same quality of attention, that same non-judgmental awareness that we practiced with taste, to these other sensory experiences. For example, imagine you're walking down the street. Instead of being lost in thought, you consciously tune in to the sensation of each step, the feeling of your feet connecting with the ground.
Or you're sitting in your backyard and you close your eyes for a moment, just to listen to the birds singing, noticing the different melodies, the pauses, the unique rhythm of each bird's song.
And as you practice this, you might start to notice something fascinating. The world around you seems to come alive in a whole new way. Colors appear more vibrant, sounds more nuanced, even the air feels different on your skin.
It's like you're waking up to a reality that's always been there, but you've never fully experienced it before.
That's a beautiful way to put it. And the Vigyan Bhairava Tantra would say that this is just the beginning. As you continue to cultivate this mindful awareness, you start to tap into a deeper dimension of yourself, a place of stillness and clarity that exists beyond the constant chatter of your thoughts.
It's almost like we're uncovering a hidden potential within ourselves, a capacity for experiencing the world in a more profound and interconnected way.
Exactly. And that's the ultimate goal of the Vigyan Bhairava Tantra, to help us realize our true nature, our interconnectedness with all things. And it all starts with cultivating that simple yet powerful ability to be present in each moment, to fully experience the world through our senses.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into the Vigyan Bhairava Tantra and the meditation on taste, I want to leave you, our listener, with this challenge. Take a moment today to really tune into one of your senses beyond taste. Maybe it's the warmth of the sun on your skin, the scent of a flower, or the sound of laughter. Allow yourself to be fully present with that sensation and see what happens. You might be surprised by what you discover.
And remember, the journey of mindfulness is a lifelong exploration. Be patient with yourself, celebrate the small victories, and keep returning to that place of open, curious awareness. The Vigyan Bhairava Tantra reminds us that the path to enlightenment is not a linear progression. It's a dance, a playful exploration of consciousness. Enjoy the journey.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive, and we'll see you next time.